Hello again. I want to just give you a little break before we went on to number 59. I know you could have paused the other video, but it also gives me a chance to make sure that my explanations are very clear. Remember, this is a position, S is an accumulation function, and it gives us position, which once again, this is our velocity function. So S is an accumulation function. It's accumulating the areas as you go from 0 to a little past 9 here. We have a velocity function. The slope of the velocity function will give us acceleration. So what is the particle's velocity at t equals 3? Well, the velocity would be 0. Is the acceleration of the particle at t equals 3 positive or negative? Well, the derivative of velocity is acceleration, so the slope of the velocity will give us our acceleration. So then we know that it is positive. What is the particle's position at t equals 3? Now, the function that we were given starts to integrate at 0. So if we go from 0 to 3, then the value of this integral would be negative 9. This is 6 times 3 is 18, then half of that. Because it's below the x-axis, this is going to give us negative 9. Now, when does the particle pass through the origin? It will pass through the origin when its position is 0. So it's going to be 0, it's going to be at the origin at 0, because if you integrate from 0 to 0, you get 0. Now, here it is building up distance further and further away from the origin. Then it's coming toward the origin from 3 to 6. Now, if you integrate from 0 to 6, you will get 0. So, when does it pass through the origin? At 0 and also at 6. When is the acceleration 0? The acceleration will be 0 when the slope is 0, which would be at 7. When is the particle moving toward the origin? Well, here the value of this integral is becoming more and more negative. Then that means that it's moving away. Then it's moving towards, and then moving away from 6 to 9. So when is it moving toward the origin? From 3 to 6. When is it moving away? From 0 to 3, and then also from 6 to 9. Now, on which side of the origin does the particle lie at t equals 9? Well, here it's at the origin. It's moving away, moving toward, moving away. So that means that it would be on the positive side, all right, on the positive side. And then number 60, if you remember what we talked about in previous videos, that if you take the derivative of this, you get f of x. But this integral is equal to x squared minus 2. So if the derivative of this gives you f of x, then the derivative of this will also give you f of x. So f of x would be 2x minus 2.